Hi, second grade. Mrs. Donahoe here, and I'm happy to be actually teaching a science lesson today. Very odd teaching it to a camera, but we'll make it work. Hope you enjoyed the past 2 weeks. We've been working and watching videos regarding balance. So the unit of study that we're doing in science right now is called Balance and Motion. So we're going to first start off today talking about balance, and some of the things that I'm going to talk about you might have listened to the video last week, and so they're interrelated. So hopefully last week gave you a little head start about what is balance. So starting thinking right now, where do we use balance in our lives? How is it important? Why is it important that we are balanced? And let's think. Now, as we are up and around walking, it's super important that you have a good sense of balance, because if not, you're going to get unbalanced and you're going to fall straight to the ground. Now, why do we fall straight to the ground and not float way up into space? Because of gravity. So our Earth has a power, a force that is called gravity, which naturally pulls everything down. So if I was to take this little ball of clay and I throw it up, I'll use the strength, the force of my arm to throw it up in the air, but what eventually happens? It falls down because gravity pulls it down. So gravity is very essential when it comes to balance, and you want to make sure to be balanced that you have a center of gravity and everything is equal to stay balanced. So we're going to start today, and you're going to need a few supplies. In your bags, you had 2 clothespins. These are clothespins. Some people call them paper clips. No, they're not. They're clothespins. They used to be used to hold things up and dry in the good old days before clothes dryers. You are also going to need this little paper crayfish. And if you look, this paper crayfish is similar to the shape of the little cardboard cutout that the gal made in the video that you watched last week. Looks like kind of the shape of a Y. And when we look at this crayfish, we say, how am I going to be able to get this crayfish to balance? Well, I'm going to just first try to balance it. So I'm going to say, okay, crayfish, I want you to balance. Please balance. I'll be back. Okay, so that didn't work. Gravity kind of pulled it down and kerplop it went. Okay, paper crayfish, pretty please with sugar on top. Will you balance? I'll be back. Again, gravity is pulling it down. Now, we do need to know and think about symmetry and something that is symmetrical. When something's symmetrical, it's the same on both sides, kind of like a mirror image. Now, when we look at this paper crayfish, you can kind of see, if we have it this way, are both sides symmetrical? Are they both the same? I don't want you to fold yours, but I'll gently fold mine. You see, no, one side looks like so, the other side looks like the tail. It's not the same, it's not symmetrical. But if you have it this way, hey, if you cut it right down the middle, don't cut it, it would be the same on both sides. So I think that was my problem. I don't know if I've done it this way yet, but now I'm going to put it on my finger and I'm going to have it, look at it, symmetrical on this side and that side. It's the exact same thing. Do you want to try it with yours? At any point during this video, feel free to go and press pause and spend some time experimenting yourself, because I'm going to just kind of jabber on and teach the lesson, show you some examples, but at any point, if you want to stop, pause, and experiment yourself, please do. That's what I would do if you were in class with me. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to count to 3. Now, right now, as you can see, I've got a finger on the top, a finger on the bottom. I am actually holding it, I'm supporting it. So let's see what happens.